again, I think the versatility is more in the fact that guys have got to understand the different situations and positions that they could be in. And then what you try to do is in the preparation part, if you're, looking at a guard or a forward, whatever it may be, I think you have to have your guards and forwards realize that you could be on different people. And that happens a lot in transition, to be honest with you. Sometimes it's broken floor situations, or it's a transition or a fast break, and, you're not on your own man. And the one thing that helps our team is we do have the versatility and the flexibility that we've got guys that can guard a number of different positions.
Playing in space is always a challenge.
I'm sorry?
Playing in space is always a challenge in the NBA, but how much more so against Golden State for you guys?
In terms of offense or defense?
Defense, when you guys are on defense.
Yeah, I mean, they spacing is always created by how well your team shoots the basketball, and they shoot it at an extremely high level. And obviously, Thompson and Curry are terrific, but, Barnes shoots it very well. Iguodala can shoot it out there. Barbosa will shoot it out there. They have different guys that can go out there and shoot the basketball. Draymond Green at the 4 spot's going to shoot it. So they have the ability to put 4 3-point shooters or 5. That's what genuinely creates your spacing. As a coach, every coach wants spacing. But if you have a team that can't shoot, your spacing is never going to be any good.
Yeah.
So they've got obviously great shooting. They got great movement. They have good IQ and good feel of how to play. And you're going to have to play against them in space because of the range at which they shoot threes and the way they force your defense to kind of spread itself out.
The fact that San Antonio's got a lot of they cause a lot of same issues defensively because they do shoot it so well. Does that carry over? Did that give your guys sort of, maybe not a blueprint, but at least an idea of what they'll need to do against them?
It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Just being honest. I think the style of play and the systems are different. I'm not comparing which one's better or worse, or it's just different. I think there's a lot of ways to skin a cat and be really, really successful. I've always admired San Antonio's ability with their big men to really pass the basketball, and Golden State has big men that pass it, in Bogut and Draymond Green, but they go about doing it in a little bit of a different way. So, there's going to be some carryovers to take over from San Antonio going into this series, but at the same point, it's a different style of play.
Billy, X's and O's question: benefits, liabilities. Why don't teams double or trap Curry more?
Well, because of you've got a guy like Draymond Green, in particular, that if you're going to run and trap him with the way they space the floor, Draymond Green is almost another point guard on the floor. He leads their team in assists. So if you're going to run and trap him with Draymond Green, you're leaving their number one assist guy. That's why he's, in my opinion, their assist leader, is because Curry gets so much attention, and they throw the ball to him in the middle of the floor, and he's driving downhill, and they're playing 4 against 3, and he's really good at making reads and decisions, and that's why he's so efficient and effective. And they complement each other very well, and they create a lot of dilemmas for you, because if you start running around doing that with Steph Curry, you're leaving open guys that are very good 3-point shooters and very, very good drivers.
Billy, their threes obviously are huge momentum swingers.
Yeah.
But offensive rebounding for you guys, do you feel like that's becoming sort of a momentum changer in games, just the rate at which you're offensive rebounding?
The rebounding for us this year has been important. There's always a balance and a fine line, I think, between the two, because you're dealing with a team in San Antonio where, to be honest with you, a lot of times early in the series we got really hurt in transition. They were extremely efficient, in particular the first couple games, Danny Green getting loose in transition for threes. So do you want an offensive rebound? Yes, but I don't know if you want an offensive rebound at the expense of where you're really leaving yourself vulnerable in transition. So, there definitely is a balance there for us, and certainly Golden State, similar to San Antonio, in the fact that they're really efficient on the break and they shoot it. So, yes, we want to rebound, but we also got to be mindful. Like if a guy like Ennis is in the corner, we don't need him running in. He's got to go back. It's based on where guys are at on the floor, needs to determine and dictate who's going back and who's going to go rebound.